Hello everyone and welcome to our channel Project Management and Control. This video I'm making on the request of one of my friend who's looking for some clarification for actual cost. So for myself also I have some doubts for the actual cost. So thanks to 10 Sec Consulting who recently published an article for the actual cost, and it is this video I'm making with my own knowledge and experience and some help I take from this article. So this very good article. So let's see in this video we'll see that what is the actual what is the actual cost are and what are the percentage complete type we are using in Primavera P6. So as a Primavera P6 user, we know that our as a planning engineer, our first task is to establish the baseline program. And once a baseline program is finalized, our next target is to start monitoring and control the project and the program. So when we are monitoring the progress, there are several ways we have to consider. Number one is that which technique we are using, retain logic and progress override. This is very important topic, and we should consult the engineer and the client for the way forward. After this, the next task is to determine which percentage per complete type we are going to use. In Primavera P6, it offers us three type of percentage types. Number one is the duration. Number two, physical and unit percentage complete. So in this, physical is the percentage complete type is considered as a more accurate and is as compared to the duration percentage complete, and as it gives us more control to the user. The duration percentage complete type, the elapsed and remaining duration or duration are linked with the percentage complete and vice versa. For example, if you put the remaining duration, the percentage will be completed automatically, or similarly, if you put the percentage complete, the remaining duration will be completed automatically. So, for example, if you can see on the screen that we suppose we have activity with the duration of 10 days and it is 70% complete. So, elapsed duration will be 70 times 70% times the original duration, which is 7 days, and the remaining duration will be the total duration minus the remaining duration, minus the elapsed duration. Similarly, if you put the remaining duration, Primavera P6 has the ability to compute the percentage complete and the elapsed duration. So this is are the interlinked. And on the other hand, for the elapse, for the physical percentage complete type is considered as more flexible and is provide more control to the planners, because it is in this percentage is that the for the percentage complete type and the remaining duration in our hands we can decide. For is matter is like this. For example, the because of any reason we are not getting the required productivity, or as per the work is completed 50%, and as per the duration we need, we have remaining only 5 days are remaining, for example, as per the duration percentage complete. But still, we know that the work will not complete in 5 days. It will take 7 days or 8 days. So in this case, if we are using the duration percentage complete type, and we put the remaining duration as 7 days, so and our total duration is 10 days, so our percentage complete will come up 30%. But in the physical person, but it is a misleading like that, because it will give the wrong impression for the completed work, which is sometimes have more problems when we have discussion with the client don't want to see the progress to be shown less or uncorrectly. So in this case, if we and other way, if we put the percentage complete 50%, the remaining duration will be 5 days as per the remaining duration, but we know that it will take 7 days. To cater such situation, to control both of the physical percentage complete and the remaining duration, we can use the physical percentage complete type. In this case, both the values of percentage complete and remaining duration we can assign. And the one of the reason of this physical percentage complete type, and it gives advantage to the contractor, is that when in some projects the payment are produced based on the program. So when the client see the percentage shown in the program is not matching with the actual invoice, they can create any issue, any problem, that why it is not matching, and they ask for clarification. So why it is not matching? So to avoid this situation, physical complete type is in the favor of both the client and the contractor, that the work done will be shown accurately, and similar at the same time the remaining duration required will be shown as per the site situations. However, the actual cost in the both cases, in P6, when we are talking about the software itself, the actual cost P6 is calculated based on the remaining duration. For either we are using the physical percentage complete or duration percentage complete type, the actual cost will be computed as per the uh, as per the remaining duration percentage complete type. So there is some setting in the program we have to assign, and so to calculate actual cost, but most of the time actual cost is computed by the user itself. For example, if you are the planner, you will put the actual cost by yourself, not let P6 to put it by automatically, because happening that the actual cost or actual units of any project we are computing from the timesheet, or with the help of our QS, what is the actual cost. We can put the actual cost in the program. If you put with the automatic and make it from to piece and let allow P6 to compute actual cost by itself, every time you update the program, the actual cost will be overwrites. So sometimes it is not recommended to use or to let the P6 compute automatic actual cost. And in fact, if you go for the unvalue management, in unvalue management, the actual cost is the one which is the actual cost which is incurred. So this actual code which is encoded will cannot be known by the system till you tell the system that what is the cost happen, or how much you spent. So in this case, in all most of the cases, it is not recommended to let P6 compute actual cost. So for time being, we can see that if we go for the physical percentage complete type, as we just discussed, that actual cost is not equal to 30% complete type the budgeted cost, but it is as the duration percentage complete the actual cost program compute based on the original and remaining duration, and original duration minus remaining duration divided by original duration times the budgeted cost. But as we just discussed, that it's not recommended to put actual cost. It is recommended to put actual cost manually to avoid any doubt or recomputation by the PHS itself. So now we see that when we have the program, and then we have to show that just go open the project file and go select the folder of project folder. In the project folder, just select the details default tab. In the default tab, you have the default for the new activity type. So in this type, you have to select duration type as a fixed duration and units. Fixed duration and units is that the duration is fixed, or budget is assigned or approved. So both are constrained. You can say that we have the constraint for time and constraint for the budget. Similarly, our physical percentage complete type will be selected from here: duration, physical, or unit. And then activity type, most of the time activity type is the task dependent. Now, for when we are computing the actual cost from the program, go into calculation tab. And in the calculation tab, in the right hand side, you will find that there is resource assignment. In the assignment, you have to select that calculate actual units in cost when duration percentage complete changes, or link actual to data and actual this period unit and cost. This is by default setting, but if you don't want P6 to calculate the actual by itself, just remove the first tab, which is recalculate actual units and cost when duration and percentage complete type are changes. So let's see this all in Primavera P6 itself. Now we now we open our Primavera, and I just open make a small project, just few activities just for the demonstration purpose. Suppose this is our program, and we have one activity installation of BMU. So this activity you have to assign the resources. So if you go in resources, I make some resources here. For example, a private villa resource here, we have one cost and one BOQ cost. So if you go inside the cost, you will see in the bottom that you have some details, labor, non-labor, and material. We have this labor, and we say select the unit as a lump sum. And at the right hand side, you will find here a very important option: auto compute actuals and calculate cost from the units. So if you compute the calculate cost from the units, and you assign this resource, the BOQ cost will be the the resource unit you assign. For example, here you put any amount. For example, you put $50, and then you go and then calculate cost from the unit, and your activity duration is 10 days. Then the beauty cost will be 10 multiplied by 50 is $500. So what I want to say that your actual cost, your budgeted cost, and the duration will be interlinked. So if you go assign here in the units and prices, you put some values here, it will be calculated automatically. And here I compute one more cost, which is I call it BOQ cost. Here you can see that did not assign any units here, and I just remove this calculate cost from the units. So we will see what is the difference here. So we go here in the program. Just keep remember that we have two resources. One is the cost, where we link the cost and unit, and the other is BOQ cost, where we remove this link. So if you go in the program and go here, and for example, now before proceeding any further, we just go and add the columns, some columns. For example, we put the column here as a percentage complete type. We should go in percentage complete and just select from here percentage complete type. Okay, then you can cost percentage complete. Then we have schedule percentage complete. Just make schedule up, and then cost, and then make duration percentage complete. Then we have performance physical percentage complete. Okay, then we have start finish. Just bring this down, and then add one more for the cost. So just go in the cost. Okay, and then you can see budgeted total cost. Okay, then we have budgeted labor cost, budgeted material cost, budgeted non-labor cost, actual cost. Okay, and then we have unvalue. Unvalue we can get it from the another tab. It's unvalue, and put the unvalue cost from here. You can see unvalue cost and just insert unvalue cost. Okay, once you select this all, just make the column size a little bit small so that you can see most of your values on the screen. You can see that our columns depth are little more. You can see that reducing the column size so that we can have more space on our screen. Now this is done. We have to assign the resource. So we go in resource, and as I saw you show just before, little before, that we have two resources, cost and BOQ cost. In the cost, we link the total budgeted cost to the resource. And if you go here in resource, we say that the cost and our unit price we say is 0. So if you put any cost here, say for example, we put $50, and if you go in detail, it is linked. Okay, now if you go here and you can see that all our costs are 0. We did not assign any cost. So if you go resource and assign the pure cost resource from here, you will see here that budgeted cost will be automatically come. See, $250, because our duration is 5 days, and we put the resource cost as $50 per day, so it will calculate automatically. Now, if suppose we have add one more activity here, okay, and just call this activity as installation. Any activity you just select. We have this duration, okay, and this activity we assign resource as a labor this BOQ cost, okay. So BOQ cost resource, you can see that we remove this link calculate cost from the units. So if you come here and assign this resource as a BOQ cost, you see that it will not be calculated. Now in this case, you have to assign BOQ cost by yourself. For example, you know that this item costs $5,000. So just put 5,000. In the BMU, it is linked, so our BOQ cost automatically calculated. So now once we have this one, we have to select that which activity percentage complete type we are using. For example, for this activity percentage complete type, we use duration, and for the elevator, you can use physical. So you can go individually each activity and assign the activity percentage complete type which you're using, or it is recommended to show on the screen. So if you have so many activities, hundreds of activities, it is practically impossible to go each activity and change the activity percentage complete type. In this case, we can use fill down option, which is more practical. So here we just go. See, you can see here our screen already we have percentage complete type is duration. So just go here and click. You find that we have physical unit. So we just select, keep this. We say, for example, we just select physical and just go ahead and fill down. So in this case, all will be filled. So as we just discussed little before that we using the division percentage complete type for the BMU, and for the physical percentage complete type we'll use for the elevator just for the illustration purpose. So for example, if we before doing this one we start updating, we need to keep the uh, baseline. So we just go in the project and go maintain baseline, and then add this project, save a copy of the current project as a new baseline. We select this one. Then convert another project. If you have project outside, you can use this option. But for our option, our case, we can use a copy of the current project as a baseline. So just select OK, and then you can see that baseline is created. So then we go and assign baseline and then select the baseline. Okay, our now main task is that when we assign, we are calculating update. For example, when once they select this one, so make sure that when you select activity and put the start, when you put a start here, okay, then you put in the remaining duration. You have to select the remaining duration here. So if, for example, this activity is 5 days, so if you put 40% complete, the remaining duration will be 3 days. So if you I put this 40% here, you can see down here the remaining duration will be automatically 3 days. So if you put this remaining duration as a 4 days, the percentage complete will be so interlinked. So for example, I select this as 40% or 60% completed. Installation elevator, I select here started on 18 June. Okay, for example, oh no, I say any day, 20 June. Okay, and then start. Okay, and then put this activity as 40%, 20% completed, 30% completed. Remaining duration is still 4 days. So here that remaining duration percentage and actual physical percentage complete are a difference. And in this case, if you are computing the actual cost, you will find it will be computed based on the remaining duration percentage complete type. So I hope that it is clarify you the option that what is the issue here, and in the resource tab also you can see actual costs are zero. It's not computing automatically. This actual cost always recommended to put yourself manually, not program or PC select to fill it by self, because every time when you make some changes or some modification, the actual cost will be override. And as per the unvalue management technique, actual cost is the which cost which is actually incurred. Is we are not calculating for the unvalue, or we are not computing the actual cost based on some percentages like elapsed duration or plan percentage complete is not computed on based on any percentage. So actual percentage, actual cost is the what we have to pay actually to the our suppliers or subcontracts like this. So in this case, actual as per the unvalue matters also, actual cost always be computed by the planner or by the QS, or by he can take the actual data from the time for the teams, and then we have to put if we put the if you allow the P6 to compute the actual by itself, it will always override and we are not getting the results you are looking for. So I hope that this article is somehow helpful for you. And if you like it, please consider subscription. It will be a great support for me to make on research and making good videos for our fellow plan engineer. And please consider subscription. Thank you very much for your time. See you again in some good video. Thank you again and see you. Bye bye.